As we have created BeautifulSoup object as part of the previous topic, let us explore APIs or methods to scrape the content in HTML. Fundamentally, BeautifulSoup object is similar to a complex dict with tree structure, which will facilitate us to navigate through the tree structure. Let us see some basic examples to understand how we can read the tags or attributes or content within HTML string. We will see these examples. Accessing first occurrence of tr, accessing first th value, we can use attribute string or method getText to actually get the content within the tag. We will also see how to access first occurrence of anchor tag. We'll also see how to get the URL from href attribute of anchor tag. We will also get into the details about accessing the value of anchor tag. We will also see how to get all anchor tags. We will see how to get all td tags, get value from all td tags, and also get values and URLs from anchor tags as a list of dicts, which means we are trying to create a collection of dictionaries based on the anchor tags that are there as part of our data. Let's run this Python notebook, which will create something called a soup, which will contain the soup object related to this HTML content. If you render this HTML, the output will be like this. This comes from the previous notebook, which we have developed earlier. That being said, now let's perform this task to access first occurrence of tr. We already have something called a soup. The type of soup is nothing but BeautifulSoup. We should be able to access the complete table structure by saying soup.table. We only have the table in our HTML, and hence it is showing up everything in that HTML which we have used earlier to actually create the soup object. If you have a big HTML, it will just give us the first table object within the HTML, or first table tag details within the HTML. We can get the first tr tag details by saying soup.table.tbody.tr. If you look at this table, it have a nested tag called as tbody. It contains the tr tags within that tbody tag. So we have to access the tr tags by referring using tbody here. So soup.table.tbody.tr will give us the first tr tag details. You can see the output here. This one and this one matches. You can get the children by saying soup.table.tbody.children. All the children related to tbody will be shown here. On top of tr tags, there are some newline characters also, and you can see those newline characters as part of this list. It returns iterable. To display the output in the form of a list, I am building the list type object using the iterable that is returned due to this children. Children is an attribute within this structure, which will actually give us the details about all the elements within the tag tbody in the form of iterable. Now you can actually access the first tr tag like this, which we have seen earlier also. So let me delete this. If you want to access one tr tag after the other, you can write the while loop like this. So in this case, we are setting ele to first tr tag, and then we are going through all the tags by using next sibling. If there is a next sibling, we are just printing it. Otherwise, we are just breaking. It will go through all the siblings. Once all the siblings are done, it will just come out of the while loop. This is one way to actually access the siblings within the tag. There is a straightforward way which we'll be seeing at a later point in time, but this is one way where we can actually access the elements within a tag in the form of siblings. Now let's perform this task to access first th value. We can use attribute string or method getText. So when I say th value, it is nothing but the content within the th tag. Th is part of the tr tag, and hence we have to refer th like this. So if I copy this, if I add a new cell here, paste it and run this, you can see that the first th tag contain details. If you scroll up here, this is what it have returned. However, I want to get only the content. I don't want to get the tag details. For that, either you can use the string attribute or get_text function. If you say .string or .getText, you should be able to get the content within the tag. However, string will not work in some cases where you have newline characters within the content, but getText will always return whatever is there as part of the tag. Now let's access first occurrence of anchor tag. The first occurrence of anchor tag in this is under the td. Okay, and you don't need to go through the entire hierarchy to get the first occurrence. You can just say soup.table.tbody.a. It will just get the first occurrence. Even you can say soup.a. Even if you say soup.a, it will actually give us the first occurrence of anchor tag. However, if you want to get first anchor tag within tbody, then you can say soup.table.tbody.a, and you can see the output here. Now from this, if you want to extract the link which is part of the href attribute of anchor tag, you can just say soup.a of href, or within tbody, you can say soup.table.tbody.a of href. It will give us the details related to the href. Now, if you want to access the value of anchor tag, either you have to use string or getText. You can see the output here. It contains YouTube channel as the displayed output, but the link is mapped to this. You can review the output which we have seen earlier at the beginning. So this is the content and the link is behind this content. If you click on this, it will open up the link which is mapped to this content. So using string, you should be able to get the content. Using href, you should be able to get the URL. So this is how you can get the URL. This is how you can get the string. You can also use getText in place of string to actually get the content within the anchor tag. It also returned YouTube channel. If you have new line characters, string might return null, but getText will always extract the string that is part of the tag. Now let's see how to get all anchor tags. You can just say soup.table.tbody.findAll of a, or even soup.findAll of a. You can run this and you can see the output. If you want to get all the anchor tags within tbody, this is how you can run. However, if you want to get all the anchor tags globally, then you just have to say soup.findAll of a. In this case, we only have table structure. Within tbody itself, we have the anchor tags. That's why we are seeing the same output here. If it is a big document, this one will be very specific. This one might return a lot more links than what we have seen with this approach. Now let's see how to get all TD tags. It is pretty straightforward. You just have to say soup.find_all of TD, and you can see all the TD tags here. You can print one at a time by saying for a in soup.findAll of TD, print of a. This one actually returned the list. If you want to print as regular strings, this is the approach which you can leverage. You can see the output in the form of strings here. This is one TD and this is another TD. Now if you want to get value from all TD tags, then you can actually say for TD in soup.findAll of TD, print TD.string. You can see the output here. If you see the output, it is saying none with respect to the URLs. For YouTube channel and GitHub repository, it is saying none. That is because there is new line character. To actually overcome that, instead of saying td.string, we can actually say td.getText. This will get us the actual content, YouTube channel and GitHub repository from these TD tags. If you want to strip new line characters after saying td.getText like this, you can use rstrip function, which is available on top of strings. GetText returns a string. We can leverage any string function like this and we should be able to clean up our data. So in this case, I am removing the new line characters from these TD tag contents such as YouTube channel and GitHub repository. Now if I run this, you will not be seeing the new line characters. This is how you should be able to clean up the data while processing the contents that is part of our tags. Now let's get values and URLs from anchor tags as a list of dicts. So we are trying to create a collection. The collection should contain the description as well as URL of our anchor tags. So in this case, I am initializing itversity details to empty list. Then I'm actually going through anchor tags by saying soup.findAll of a. We can also say soup.table.tbody.findAll also. But in this case, I am getting globally. And then I'm building a record. The record is of type dictionary. You can see that it contains two elements with key, description and URL respectively. And then the corresponding values are nothing but the string which we got from the anchor tags and the href. So in this case, let's use getText rather than string. Now I am appending these records to the itversity details, which is of type list. Finally, it will have two elements. Each element will be of type dict. So itversity details will be of type list, which contain two elements, and each element will be of type dict. We should be able to run this and we should be able to create itversity details as a list of dicts with two elements in it. You can access first element's description like this and URL like this. If you want to get all the URLs from this list of dictionaries, you can say for I in itversity_details, we are trying to process the list and we are trying to print URL of each and every element in the list. It will return the URLs from this list of dicts. So this is how you should be able to process the content in HTML and create whatever data structure you want and process further. So we have seen quite a few examples about how to read the content from the HTML document using BeautifulSoup APIs with string as input. Let's get into further details where we'll be scraping real web pages.